Everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's One with the Force. Today I will be taking a look at this awesome Star Wars Clone Wars haul I got. I went to one of my favorite toy stores. Been going there for such a long time. Basically since I can remember collecting Transformers, Spider-Man, everything. And I came back and I got all these clones and these incredible figures. So let's go over them. First off, so at the front, we have Anakin. This is from the Order 66 2-packs they did from like 2006 to 07. So they're cool. So he comes with like a fabric, a pleather tunic. You can see some of those details. Material. His Jedi utility belt. And something I really like about this guy, besides the Jedi robes, is of course his iconic metal arm, his rubber hand. It's really cool. And if you kind of pull up his sleeve, it even goes down to his forearm, basically like his elbow, like it does in the film, because that's what Count Dooku cuts off his arm. I love that. Just the detail from that guy. I didn't get it. All these guys weren't new. They're like all these little baggies. So I have a lot of those to throw out, but it's all good. He was about like 15 bucks by himself. And he was Obi-Wan. I've been really needing a modern Obi-Wan in my collection. At least one that could pose fairly well, had better details. This one fits the bill like perfectly. It's incredible. I love this guy. He didn't come with a fully activated lightsaber, just the hilt. But I love where he could plug it onto his Jedi utility belt. We'll just have him hold it. I already have a couple Obi-Wan sabers lying around, so I might give him one of those for the time being. So I had the Revenge of the Sith slashing action Obi-Wan, so he hit the gimmick where he squeezes his legs and he waves his lightsaber around, slashing around Obi-Wan. But I wanted this one because you could kind of pose him freely for any gimmicks or mechanisms. And he has a Jedi robe, which is awesome. And it's only $8. I guess because he only comes with the hilt and not the actual lightsaber. But yeah, also got this incredible display base, so that's a plus. Next up, we have Commando Apple from the Saga collection. Sorry, Obi-Wan's also from the Saga collection. Forgot to mention that. Let's take a closer look. Now this guy, it's 12 bucks, and I already got Saga collection Commando Apple, but mine's sealed mint on card. I got it for 30 bucks on eBay, and I'm like, you know, why not just keep my Apple sealed on card? Open this one. I could play with this one and display him in my little dioramas or whatever when they get to that. Like, that's a good deal. That's my dad. He's like, I think it's a good idea. So I'm like, say less, might as well. So here you have Apple, have him with like call signs, or like telling troopers to move out, do something cool pose. And I love the battle damage on his armor. And of course, the pauldron. This is Apple's Legends appearance. So in Revenge of the Sith, he was retconned to be one of those random clone troopers who fight Zek Jukasa and confront Senator Bail Organa in front of the Jedi Temple. So this is after Order 66. All the Jedi are defeated, they're all gone. Anakin goes to Mustafar, and Bail Organa, the Senator, goes to the Jedi Temple. Is like, yo, what's going on? And Apple's the one who confronts him, says, sorry, so it's time for you to leave. And then just gets absolutely demolished by the little Jedi Padawan. Apple is not killed in either canon or Legends by that attack. He just is damaged. His right leg or something. One of the legs. In Legends, he is killed by a Jedi, like Roan Shan, on Kashyyyk when fighting with Darth Vader. So, there you go. He does die in Legends, so this version of Apple would die eventually for the Empire, not the Republic. Bad Apple, bad. You sit down, lay down. Alright, next up we have Commando Neo. I have all the Commandos in the front, of course. So Neo was the clone commando, martial commando under I think Stace Ali or something like that. The Jedi until Lucamine with the speed up bike, and he and her trooper should have died on the bikes. And Revenge of the Sith, of course. I don't know if he dies after that in Legends or canon. I'm just gonna say that he fights with the Empire, because he is one of the troopers, the commandos who followed through for Order 66, unlike Rex. So yeah, he's really cool. Got some awesome gear and pauldrons. And I don't know what his company or legion is actually called. I've looked it up. I've only seen concept art images. Actually, no, wait. Sorry, that's not right. I do know what he is. I think he's the 91st Recon Corps. Yeah, 91st Recon troops. That's who he leads. Sorry, I got confused. Some of the troopers. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. 91st Recon Marshal Commando. And of course, sorry, I forgot to mention Apple is Fire Force Marshal Commando. After Ahsoka leaves and Anakin's the general, he is commando, and then Rex is captain, I think. Something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure actually. Alright. Commando Neo was about $15, I think. So pretty neat deal on him. And none of these guys do have removable helmets except the last two. I'll show you guys. Here, I'll put everyone else viewed on this side. Here you have the troopers left. Let's end off our commando list with Mr. Commando Bakara. So he served under General Ki-Adi-Mundi, and he killed him in Order 66 on Megiddo. And he's one of those older figures for Revenge of the Sith back in 05, who, if you squeeze his legs, it's a quick draw action. I think it's a little weird because I have him already posed. It's almost posed. Whoa, that was awesome. He just tossed his gun at everyone. That's hilarious. Bad Bakara. Bad ape. The game looks a little weird. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's okay. But he's really cool. Take a closer look at him. I love Bakara. He's like the first Black Series figure I got in 2025. My first one in like almost a decade, probably. So he has some sentimental value to me. Although he is a cold-blooded killer, just like Neo. I've always thought of Apple as some like he's a tough guy, but he's kind of a coward. He doesn't have much. These guys don't have much fleshing out. They don't have a lot of character development in the Clone Wars or of course in the films. Mostly because Appa was retconned into the film after the Clone Wars. That's besides the point. He used to be a sergeant, by the way. And Bakara was $10. So great deal on Bakara. Next up, we have. We could do a double feature, double take. We have the I think 41st Landing Fleet Troopers. I think that's what they're called. I wasn't able to get a for sure name. I just kind of looked it up, and it's kind of confusing. So if you know what these troopers are, kind of gray, and they have kind of like wiring markings around them, let me know. I love these guys. They're awesome. Really cool. And this guy came with a backpack too, so plug it in, and it fits on his back too. So yeah, I don't know what gun this is. Let me know if you know what this gun is. I know a lot of these troops in the back have them, so let me know. And you know this is a standard DC-15 carbine. So we go off to the side, and now we'll laugh at our final 4 troopers. Here we have the 91st Recon Corps Clone Trooper. This is your generic grunt, generic trooper. He has a DC-15 carbine. And I love these little markings and symbols on his shoulders, his thighs, helmet, his armor pieces. Really cool. He is one of the more yellowed ones, but I could look up JCC 2234 and look at his oxygen peroxide methods, the remedies for the clone troopers. shout out to him. He's like the reason why I got back into Star Wars, really. I'm collecting clone troopers especially. So shout out to him. Huge inspiration. Alright, here, final three. It's gonna be Clone Commando Boss from the Public Commando game. Now, I personally haven't played the game. I've heard great things about it. Watched a couple of videos, and I really want to play it. So I might track it down. Maybe do a playthrough or walkthrough on the channel. Let me know if you want to see that. I could probably arrange it and kind of film it somehow. Yeah, really cool. And this guy was $15 as well. He's less articulated than some of the other guys here. He's a torso, a head, ball joint, swivels. Only one of his wrists swivel, I think. Or was that a different guy? No, they all swivel. Never mind, sorry. Yeah, really cool. All these other guys basically have the same articulation, except Carl has the gimmick. I'll show you some articulation. Why not? So, head, ball joint, swivels at the arms, go in and out. I think, they have, yeah, this guy doesn't have a wrist, the right hand. Oh no, but I don't know who doesn't have the wrist. It's weird. Maybe, yeah, actually it is one. Maybe. They have tight waist joint, I think. Maybe. Legs kick up like that. Pretty good. Flows decently. Pretty nice. And then they kick back. Just that much. And they have single jointed knees. I think swivels at the ankles. Yeah, you can pivot them in and out. Oh no! After all the posing segments on my videos, all the figures look terrible, like all bent and twisted. All right, here we have our last two. Who's it gonna be? If you guessed the Galactic Marine, then you would be correct. Here we have this one I post on the favorites. I've been tracking him down for a while, looking at him on Amazon and eBay. This is long gun. Please let me know what that gun is. These last two have it. And this other guy in Apple. Alright, so I think this guy's head sculpt is more like Bodhi Taylor. He's one of the younger clone troopers. He did the dozens of troopers in the Kamino facility in Attack of the Clones, and they're eating in the cafeteria when Obi-Wan and Lama Su, I think, are looking at them through the glass. I think that's who this guy's based off of, because it doesn't really look like Tim Morrison. Yeah, doing awesome weathering and battle damage from Magneto. And I love these guys because they're Galactic Marines. That name goes so hard, bro. And of course, led by Commander Bakara, who's like one of the most brutal, selfish commandos in the Clone Wars for the Republic. So yeah, and of course this cowl. It's incredible, bro. Like, so cool. And I love how this is like an homage and kind of like a precursor to the snowtroopers from the Empire. So I love how Star Wars tied together all the designs to be consistent, to show the evolution of world designs. It's great. Alright, now last figure of this whole batch, this whole haul. Oh my gosh, everyone's here crowding over my arm. Here we have the 212th Attack Battalion, Obi-Wan's Legion. There's battalion right there. This is the paratrooper. I think they just like, maybe they had parachutes. I don't know. It just sounds cool, the idea. Clone trooper parachute. Skydiving. And they would probably explore the sinkholes and underground caves of Utapau, where Obi-Wan fought and destroyed General Grievous towards the end of the Clone Wars in Revenge of the Sith. So he's really cool. I've been searching for an affordable 212 trooper. Might just have to bite the bullet and get that full pack. That's like $80 or whatever. But I don't know, those troopers. I don't know if they have the sonar markings in the helmet. Kind of bugs me, but we'll see. for now, it's my only 212 trooper besides my 5 POA troop, Cody. Do love this guy. One more thing, this guy does have a removable helmet. You see that incredible Tamora Morrison likeness. Actually, it's not incredible. It's kind of mediocre. But it's a kid's toy from 20 years ago. So, what do we expect? So, here's the helmet. That's awesome. Love this. Some cool damage, battle, rear and tail. It's cool. So, where's the other guy? These guys are the only ones with removal helmets from this batch. And if you're curious, like I am, it's kind of goofy, doesn't go on all the way. And here is the Galactic Marine with the paratrooper helmet. Yeah, it looks really odd, but you know, I feel like there's certain colors, like this was purple, it would go well for the Marine. And then same for this, if that was orange, it would have been well. But there it is. Last figure of the haul. So probably won't have a gigantic haul like this for a while. Maybe to Christmas. That's just because we kind of like to split up our visits to that toy store because they always have something good in store. But we like to buy in bulk sometimes and just we're not in the area a lot, so it takes us a while to get back there. But when we do, it's a great time. So overall, hope you enjoyed this awesome review, this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so I can fuel my Clone Trooper collecting addiction and my Commando Appo obsession. Mwah. Peace. God bless. May the Force be with you. Bye-bye.